What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 4 of Teens Talk Movies. So today we got Star Trek. We have done Batman, we got Superman, we did Star Wars, and now we're doing Star Trek. The trek through the stars, but no wars. Well, maybe eventually. But, yeah, so I am your host, Trevor, and then we also have my equally as important, most of the time, co-host, Atticus.
Hola.
How you doing? And you're mostly equally as important. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We're equals in this endeavor to make money, because that's all I'm in it for. No, I'm just kidding.
To make the funnies.
Yes. But if you do want to give us money, patreon.com/teensmovies.
Plugs.
Also, important plug though. Well, first of all, we just launched a poster. Teen Slime Movies poster merch on Patreon, so there's that. But also, we also launched a YouTube channel, so I'll put the link to the channel in the description below. So if you want to, it's just the same episodes, just re-uploaded. Episodes, as you know, come out on Fridays. They'll be re-uploaded on Sundays. Onto YouTube. It will premiere live. Well, it's not technically live, but it will premiere at 7 p.m. every Sunday evening. A new episode of Teen Slime Movies. So the first 3 are out right now, and you guys can go check those out. So obviously you've already listened to the show, but if you guys would like to subscribe, like, comment, get us pushed up so that way more people can hear us ramble about movies that don't know where I was going with that. But, pushes up, commenting, liking, subscribing, all that pushes us up in the YouTube algorithm. And then there's also live chats and comments where you can talk to other people about the show and make fun of us.
Because we like that sort of thing.
We love getting made fun of, right? No, we don't. Yes, we do. Just a minute. Sorry if it's moving. I am moving my microphone around. I'm gonna buy microphones with shock mounts, like shock arms, and then a pop filter on it.
I bought one like that. It has a shock mount and a pop filter, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
Low quality.
Yeah. These ones are each gonna be like $60 each or so. So I don't know. Hopefully they're good.
Maybe.
And then probably a pair of headphones, but I'm waiting to do that until we're in person, because otherwise it's kind of pointless. So we'll be able to get those, and hopefully that will be able to improve the audio quality some. But Atticus, we watched a movie.
We watched the movie. Yeah.
You finished this movie like an hour before we started recording.
Yes, and that's how I did A New Hope.
Yeah, because you're lazy. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm very lazy.
Oh, never mind. I'm not kidding. So we watched a film called Star Trek the Motion Picture, released in 1979. And, it's a movie.
It's a movie. I know we've said this about,
I'm very interested to see where it ends up on our rankings at the end of the show. So I would say out of all these franchises, Star Trek is the one that we're definitely the least familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the only Star Trek movie I've ever seen. I watched this about a year ago, and then watched it again now. Atticus, the only other Star Trek movie you've seen is the 2009 Star Trek, correct?
All that trilogy, yeah.
Oh, you've seen the whole reboot. You've seen the whole Kelvin timeline. Okay. Yes. So, and it's the same characters as this.
Same characters, and the first one is basically kind of like this, where Spock and Kirk kind of meet for the first time again.
Yeah.
So
this is the only Star Trek I've ever seen. So as we're watching through all these Star Trek movies, it'll be our first time reaction to these movies. Same thing with Superman the movie. Yes. We'll let you know if we've seen the movie. I think that the next movie that we'll be watching on this list, again, no spoilers, so that we can get Atticus' reaction at the end, but I think that we have both seen the next movie on the list.
Interesting.
So, but Star Trek the Motion Picture. Atticus, do you have IMDb up?
No.
Do you want to get IMDb up? Yes, you do.
I've got it up.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and start talking, I'll get up like my money changer thing, so that way I can do that fun thing.
It's loading.
Ooh, don't you love when things like are loading when you're on air?
Yeah, it's great.
So fun.
Great.
I just love it.
Okay, so here's what I am looking at. It was released in 1979. It has a runtime of 2 hours and 12 minutes. It
feels that actually a lot longer than 2 hours 20 minutes.
It honestly does, yeah. It was directed by Robert Weiss, and let's see. Let's go through the cast. William Shatner as Captain James T. Kirk. Oops, clicked on it. I don't want to do that. Leonard Nimoy as Spock.
Nimoy. To be a jerk.
Kelly, huh?
Said I'm going to correct you, and it's Leonard Nimoy because I'm going to be a jerk and do that.
Oh, cool. I love that. DeForest Kelly as Dr. McCoy.
Bones.
Doohan as Scotty. And then...
Or whatever.
That's a big cast.
Yeah. I'm getting Bones mixed up, but, you know.
Those are the top build cast. We can go through them.
I mean...
Through, the supporting characters.
Dursakai, Sulu... We'll go... I mean, here, I feel like the good place to cut off would be Decker. So you have Mazai Barrett as Dr. Chappelle, Walter Koenig as Chekhov, which I'm pretty sure that Chekhov is important later.
Yes.
Nichelle Nichols as Uhura, which is a very important character in the show for historical reasons. Persis Kambata as Aaliyah, and Stephen Collins as Decker. No, not Deckard from Blade Runner. This another guy. So, do you want to do more stuff, or do you want me to talk about the budget?
Let me see. It was nominated for 3 Oscars. Let's see. Best art direction setup or best art direction set decoration nominee.
I can see that.
Nominated for best effects / visual effects.
I can see that.
Nominee for best music / original score.
The score was good.
Yes, I like this.
I did.
It reminded me a lot of Star Wars mixed in with not Lord of the Rings. Kind of like Marvel-ish, kind of.
Okay. I guess it did kind of sound Disney-ish. My favorite Star. So I actually know the Star Trek scores really well. So Michael Giacchino, easily my favorite composer. I love his Star Trek scores. He does the 2009 trilogy, the Kelvin Timeline trilogy score. The dun 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 dun. It's so good. Anyways, the budget of this movie, $44 million. It's a sizable budget. But
that's pretty good.
That's kind of low for today.
Yeah.
So in today's money, the budget would have been about $155 million.
Wow.
So Endgame was around $300 million. And that's like pushing right at the top. So like the average budget, so like for Marvel movies or Star Wars movies, it's usually around $200 million. So $150 million makes sense.
Bro, how?
All right, you can keep talking about like other stuff if you want.
Let's see. It was released 3 days before my birthday, December 8th.
You're that old?
Yeah. Let's see. Language spoken: English and Klingon. I can give you a goof here. Let me get on. Oh, I want to know. You want to know something funny?
What?
So I think you would. I think you caught this, but you know when Captain Kirk and Scotty are like just entering the Enterprise, and they're like, or no, yes, they're just entering the Enterprise, and they're like taking off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts to the outside of the ship, and it shows the guy in the spacesuit doing a backflip.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
So I was thinking all these scenes of like the guy, especially like when the stuff is blowing up behind him, and then the guy's just in like the space chair, like floating. You know, that could, with different music, that could very easily be turned into like a space comedy scene.
Yes. Yeah.
Like if you just have, for instance, I don't know, I'm just taking Guardians of the Galaxy, for instance, if you just look at, like, this guy's floating and a whole ton of stuff is exploding behind him, it just goes like, da, 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 and then it all explodes. Hooked on a feeling. Like that could,
Yes.
when I was watching that scene, I was like, with different editing, this could be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, because this is a serious movie.
It's supposed to be serious. Even though Scotty was funny.
He was funny. I like Scotty in his British accent, or is that the other guy?
I think it was Chekhov. No, wait, no.
Chekhov's Russian.
No, right.
Someone was Irish. I don't know. Anyway, so this movie made $139 million worldwide.
Okay.
So today it would have made $490.8 million, which is actually kind of low.
I mean, you say that, but it's in the millions.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's in the hundreds of millions, but like, actually, that's kind of par for the course for Star Trek. So like Star Trek Into Darkness, Star Trek Beyond, those were anywhere between $300 and $400 million on how much they made. So Star Trek movies actually don't make that much.
Mm-hmm.
So like Star Trek 2009 made $385.
Mm-hmm.
So this would have actually made more. So comparing it to the new Star Trek movies, it actually beats out all three of them.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm comparing it to, the billions that Marvel and Star Wars movies make. But Star Trek is actually more niche. I don't think that Star Trek, like, everybody knows about Star Trek, but I don't think it's really broken in like Marvel and Star Wars has. Like, you don't see, like, phasers at Toys R Us like you do lightsabers.
Yeah.
Or like Star Trek action figures, like a cat. You don't see a Captain Kirk action figure next to a Captain America.
True.
I don't feel like everybody knows Star Trek, but I don't know if it's broken into the mainstream as much as like things like Marvel and Star Wars have.
Yeah, and everybody knows Spock. Like live long and prosper.
Yeah, but like Marvel and Star Wars films have really, because they used to be considered like nerdy things,
Yeah.
And I feel like they still are, but they've, like, Avengers Endgame made $3 billion. It's the biggest movie in the world. The Avengers wasn't even Marvel's biggest thing. It was Spider-Man and X-Men and Fantastic Four all before Avengers. So Disney's really turned them into something massive. Even like Harry Potter, But I feel like Star Trek and Lord of the Rings, which are the most nerdy out of like if you take Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and Star Trek, which are like my rule of thumb for like the big franchises, I feel like Lord of the Rings and Star Trek are the nerdiest out of them. And not using that as a condescending term because I am a nerd, self-proclaimed. I feel like they're the nerdiest out of them. And I feel like they've broken into the mainstream the least.
Maybe. Yes, I agree.
And I know that Lord of the Rings, like, Return of the King won Best Picture. But I feel like as far as the general audience and the acceptance in the general audience, because a lot of people think Lord of the Rings movies are long and boring, So I don't know if that's reached the same audience. Anyways, that was a tangent.
Very long.
Yeah, I hope it was interesting. But anyways, do you have anything else you want to say before we get on with the plot?
Yes, I would like to say that I read an article about how this was the first American series that like promoted racial diversity and multiculturalism. Multiculturalism.
So wasn't
I can speak.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I said I can speak.
I know. I know.
Oh.
But wasn't Uhura and Spock the first interracial kiss? Am I right?
It was actually Kirk and Uhura.
Yes. Or sorry, not Kirk and Spock. No, Kirk and Uhura. That's what I meant to say. That's a whole different milestone that you got there. No, Kirk and Uhura, and that was in the television show that preceded these films, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what was the first interracial kiss in film. I'm going to look that up while you talk.
Yes. Let's see. But yes, the kiss was.
So movie 8 actually happened first. That was Island in the Sun in 1957.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
And then, it didn't get shown in the South.
That's actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
And odd.
Well, I wouldn't call it odd. I mean, it's, And then, so Star Trek was 1968. Between Kirk and Uhura. So, okay. So that was 1968. And it's the first interracial kiss on TV. So it's kind of interesting. So that on TV happened 11 years after film. Yeah, but yes, Nichelle Nichols and William Shatner. What's also kind of crazy is, so this show started in 1966, and it's the same cast as in this movie.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
So in this series of 6 films, that is with this cast, runs until, I believe, 1992.
Dang.
So this cast stayed around for almost 30 years.
It goes till 1991.
1991. I was 1 year off. Okay. Gotta study on that more. Yeah. I need to be perfect at movie release dates. But from 1966, from when the show started, to 1991 when the last film happened, because I'm pretty sure the show ended, and then the movie started. So
yes, the show ended in 1969. It only had 3 seasons.
Okay, and then they all came back 10 years later for a movie.
Yes, I believe so.
That's kind of cool.
Hold on, wait.
I feel like it lasted for longer than that, though.
Hold on.
Loading. Scroll.
1966 to 1969.
Yeah, so that only lasted 3 seasons, and then 10 years later they must have came back for a film, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then the film series lasted for 12 years. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cool to see this cast come back. But okay. Anything else you want to see?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hit me with the plot song.
There is no me. Oh. Plot time. Oh yeah, we're about to talk about the plot. Trevor, hit him with the ooh-woos.
Ooh. You need to seriously write a song though and perform it on guitar every time or something.
Plot time.
Beautiful. Masterpiece.
Plot time.
New Mozart or whatever his name was. Okay. I only know about Marvel and Star Wars, not music. Okay, so starting out in the plot. So we're in the 23rd century, so that's in the 2200s. So 200 years from now. Wonder if COVID's still going on. Who knows? Probably not. They weren't wearing masks. So that wasn't funny at all. I don't know why I'm laughing. So we're on a Starfleet monitoring station called Epsilon 9, right?
Wow.
And then people are like, oh no, there's aliens.
Whoa.
And it's Klingons, right? So then there's these hidden, in a massive cloud of energy moving through space towards Earth. That was just me reading exactly from Wikipedia.
I thought you were actually talking.
No.
Freestyling.
No. I can, though. So then the cloud, it just kabooms the Klingon Empire. I clearly can't write for Wikipedia.
You know what we should do?
What?
Is just freestyle the whole movie. Talk about the movie, not with anything, just from our heads. That'd be kind of funny.
I know we don't prepared here, but I feel like that's too much. And yeah, feel free to interrupt me at any point if you want to talk about this point in the movie.
Okay.
Anything you have to say so far? Cool. So.
Yes, I have something to say.
Oh. Okay.
You know the Klingon ships
Yeah.
in, like the first scene.
The Katinga class.
Yes, it reminded me of how Star Wars, opens up its opening scene.
Kind of, yeah. I can see that. So this is 2 years after Star Wars. But people are like, oh, is Star Trek copied off Star Wars? Well, there was the show like 11 years before Star Wars. So
yeah.
Anyways, so it the cloud completely annihilates 3 of the Klingon Empire's new Katinga class warships, and they all explode. So yeah, so Epsilon 9's like, oh whoa, this isn't cool. Let's go look at it. And then
3 of the Klingon Bazinga class.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Well, I mean, it would make sense, like Big Bang Theory, and they like Star Trek, yeah. So anyways, we're on Earth, and then the starship, the Enterprise. So they're like doing like a major refit on it. Okay, so its former commanding officer named James T. Kirk has been promoted to admiral, and now he's working in San Francisco, and he's hanging out at the Golden Gate Bridge, or I almost said the Golden State Bridge, whatever. So he's in San Francisco, and then he's the chief of Starfleet operations.
Yeah, so that was pretty quick.
Yeah, but we have our own Starfleet now. So Starfleet Command.
I didn't like Kirk as well.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah. Okay, so Starfleet Command, so they're like, Enterprise, go catch this cloud, and then the ship's like, sure, we'll go do that, but they need like new systems to go do it, and then we have a 20-minute scene of people floating around trying to put in the new systems, and we aren't going to talk about it.
This was actually kind of funny. I was like, for the first 3 minutes, I was watching, I was like, okay, they're still in space. What is happening? And then I picked up and I was on my phone for, another 5 or 6 minutes. It was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
And stupid.
This movie is just so slow. This movie could be, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes?
10 minutes.
Whatever.
To be exact.
As I'm sucking on my juice box. So, this could be cut down to like an hour 30.
Yeah.
And it would be a much better movie for it, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But anyways, so Kirk is just like strutting onto the Enterprise like Harrison Ford before he fell off the Millennium Falcon and broke his leg during the filming of The Force Awakens. But Kirk doesn't do that. And he's like, yo, Decker, I'm the new guy in charge. And Decker's
like, what?
He starts crying. And then he drowns in his own puddle of tears. Cue credits, directed by Robert Wise. No. So Kirk's like, yeah, I'm doing this. And then Decker's like, no, this is my job. And then
like,
they argue, and there's a thing. So then anyways,
told me to.
They test the Enterprise's new systems, and it doesn't do well. So then
This scene was trippy.
Yeah, no, it kind of was. It messed with my eyes.
Well, not just that. It was just kind of weird,
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand literally what they were saying or what was happening, besides the warp hole thing. Like how they were they were in a warp hole.
Yeah.
And
maybe you're just too dumb to understand it, Atticus. No, I didn't understand it either.
It's like Inception. I understand literally none of this movie.
I haven't seen Inception yet.
Inception is one of my favorite movies.
I need to. I want to watch some more
so we can debate about the end.
I know. I've heard that the ending's very diversive. I want to watch more Christopher Nolan before Tenet comes out.
Oh my gosh, Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors of all time.
I did watch The Matrix the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. But back to Star Trek. I saw these both in the same day. Guess which one I liked better? Not the one we're talking about. So...
Ooh, absolutely Shrek broke.
Robert Weiss. I just burned you. So he's probably dead. No, I feel bad.
Was making fun of.
Okay, but anyways, so 2 officers die, including the Vulcan science officer Sonak. Because
was that during the weird?
Yeah, that was during the trippy scene. Because that's why Spock has to come later to replace him. Remember? But
No,
spoilers.
right, I remember that.
Okay.
But like, was it when they were trying to, get on board, but on the Enterprise, but they were like teleporting? Is it beaming?
Beaming? No, this is when they tested the thing, and then I think there's like the lightning or something. I don't know.
Oh, right.
I'm skipping ahead because I didn't want to talk about the 30 minutes about people floating in space fixing things.
Right.
So they're killed by the malfunctioning of the transporter, and then it like screws up the engines and stuff explodes. So then I'm like, I sound so intelligent when I talk about movies.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny. So Kirk, he's so Kirk's like unfamiliar with the ship's new system, and then Decker's like, "Yo, dude, if I would have known about this, people wouldn't have blown up." And Kirk's like, "Don't talk to me." And yeah. So then he's like, "You know what? I'm angry at you. So now you're demoted to first officer. Suck it, Decker." And then and then Spock shows up and he's like, "I am here to replace him." Spock doesn't sound like that.
No, he doesn't.
He really doesn't. So it's but that's now his voice for the rest of the show. "I am here to replace Sonic as this replacement science officer replacement. And stop being offensive to Russians. So then he explains that his homeworld
referred to them as Russians first.
Because they're Russian people like Catwoman.
People from Russia.
They're rushing in the sea. Russian sea for Catwoman.
Oh my god.
Didn't know that. Wait, C for Chekhov. I'm so smart. So then, anyway, Spock is like, "Hey, my homeworld, we're going under like a ritual purge, like Purge the movie, except it's ritual." And I'm just on fire tonight. So and then there was a scene before this where Spock like was doing the thing, and then they gave him the necklace, and he was like, "Oh no, I can't do this." And yeah. So then,
the ritual.
Do you ever want? If you want to take over, you can.
No, you got this.
I totally got this. So then he has to like purge himself of emotion. That was the ritual purge. So then, anyways,
that happens ritually.
Yeah, because rituals.
Purge. Whoa.
I just leaned in really close to my mic. So then he's like he's conscious that like all of his inmates from the cloud, and they're making him unable to complete his ritual because his human half was like emotionally connected to it. Because like his mom's a human and his dad's a Vulcan, or the other way around. So cool. His human half was like connecting to the people on the ship. And then he was like, "No, I can't do my Purge the movie, but ritual now."
I did not know that.
So, yeah.
No, I watched the movie.
Yeah. Well, you're too dumb to understand it. No. I'm being really mean tonight. I apologize to everybody I offend, including myself. So.
You apologize to yourself? Wait a minute.
I just did.
How does...
we're moving through this movie really fast because while it... Huh?
Do you forgive yourself?
I forgive myself. I'm sorry, Trevor.
Okay, moving on.
So yeah, so the anything you have to say about that section of the movie? Cool.
Yeah.
So the Enterprise, they catch the energy cloud. They intercept it, and then they're attacked by an alien vessel.
Yes.
And then a probe appears on the bridge, and it attacks Spock and abducts the navigator Ilia. So Ilia showed up, and then there was a scene like where Decker and Ilia like, "Oh, I know you. Wow."
They're like, "Oh, I love you," and then he's like, "I know," or no, she's like, it's switched around. He's like, "I love you," and then she's like, "I know."
A year before Empire Strikes Back, might I add?
Yeah, basically.
George Lucas, you filthy copier of your competition.
I thought you said something else.
So then, anyway, so this probe, it attacks Spock, and Spock's like, "Oh no, I'm hurt," and then it takes Ilia, who's the navigator.
Wait. When Spock like smashes the computer thing that the probe is like copying or whatever.
Yeah.
He smashes it and it's broken, But then in the next scene, in the next scene, it's like fixed.
Well, Spock is the science officer, and science is computers, so he could fix it, right?
Whoa. Mind blown.
My mind isn't. It is just flat like the Earth. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Not really. No, just kidding. So yeah, so he takes Aaliyah. And then she is replaced with a robot replica. So I'm assuming they killed Aaliyah.
Well, I mean, you kind of see her in the later scene when Spock is like, "Yo, I'm about to go up into space."
But this is robot Aaliyah. Blah, blah, blah. They replaced her with robot Aaliyah.
But I thought they just copied her to like the exact detail. Like, isn't that what they said?
I think so. But is it really her?
No. It's a copy of her?
Yeah.
Question mark? Oh, I think Decker's going to come back as a bad guy. And then
you think so? Yeah, so guys, so we'll be able to theorize on these because we haven't seen any movies in this series.
It's like watching Star Wars for the first time.
I know. It's actually kind of cool. So I've only seen this Star Trek movie. You've seen the Kelvin timeline once, but we haven't seen any more of the original series films or any of the Generations films.
Yes, we need to watch a J.J. Abrams one.
Well, we'll get to that eventually. Amazing. We're going in release order of all these movies. So that will be in like 3 years once one of us is dead and the other's in a nursing home.
Whoa.
So
that's pretty old.
3 years takes a toll on your body.
I like how we're watching old movies now when we're young, but when we're older, we're watching new movies.
Well, will they really be new at this point?
Whoa, mind expanded, the mind actually flat because we're flat earth.
Oh my gosh. I should not have introduced that to the show. So
everybody's gonna stop listening because flat earth.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to keep talking about this movie or?
No, I want to talk about flat earth.
No, I think it's time to talk about this movie. So, so the robot replica or copy or the copy paste or the paste button Aaliyah. We're just gonna call her Pasty Aaliyah.
What if they when they took Aaliyah, they were just like, and she reappeared again. They're like, haha, psych, it's a joke, it's a prank, bro, it's a prank.
It's magic. So anyways,
it's an illusion, Michael.
so it was sent by this entity that calls itself V'ger. More on that later. V'ger.
Yes.
So it's supposed to study carbon life forms, and then they have a 10-minute Sid the Science Kid episode about carbon life forms.
Science Kid.
So then,
Science with Kobe episode.
So then, so Decker, he's like so sad because he lost Aaliyah, and he's like, oh no, Aaliyah's gone. And he sings it like that because it's Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the musical, the series. See what I did there with High School Musical. So anyways, they apparently have a romantic history. I don't know if we see that in the show because we didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
So.
Also, actually, never mind.
No, go ahead.
No.
Unless what you're gonna say is offensive, go ahead.
It's offensive.
Flat earther. So.
Hey, you're the one that brought it up first.
I know I did. Also, you might want to talk a little bit louder, just so that way the microphone picks it up. So just raise it by like a decibel. So then next up, okay. So Aaliyah's like taken and Decker's sad, and then he's like he's like still sad, and he's still sad, and then so he attempts to like extract information from the doppelganger of Aaliyah because it has Aaliyah's memories and feelings, but they're like super stuck inside of her, and he's trying to like pull them out, which is kind of cool, right? Decker's like being a good person, and then
for once.
So were you Team Decker or Team Kirk?
What do you mean by that?
as far as like their feud?
Oh, honestly, I didn't like Shatner as Kirk, so
Whoa, you just made half of our listeners mad.
I don't know. I mean,
probably all of them, actually.
So they're probably not listening anymore. They probably just
clicked it off. Like, you don't like William Shatner as Kirk? Well, I'm done. Goodbye.
Yeah, like, go, bye. But anyways, yeah, no, I'll probably go with Kirk.
No, well, we can talk more about that when we do like our Oscars segment at the end of the show.
Yeah,
but that's kind of surprising.
Kirk.
I enjoyed Shatner as Kirk, but
he had too many long pauses in his sentences. It was so awkward.
So he's like Snape.
Yeah, but Snape did it way
better. Mr. Potter, what are you doing?
He did it way better though.
Well, thank you.
I said he, by the way, not you.
I understand, by the way.
Your mind was too small to comprehend what I said.
Isn't it always? So then Spock he like goes on a unauthorized spacewalk. I want to go on an unauthorized spacewalk, and he goes to the vessel's interior, and then he tries a telepathic mind meld with the spaceship.
That part was actually kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. I still don't understand the science behind it. I guess he's Vulcan, so he can do whatever he wants.
He basically is, a demigod.
Well, don't we all want to be? So, and so in doing so, he learns that the vessel is V'ger itself, which is a non-biological living machine. So kind of cool. At this point, we still don't know what V'ger is, and I do kind of like the reveal at the end, but spoilers. Because if you're still following along with the plot of this movie, you're immensely smarter than you need to be. So, he goes to the center of the massive ship, and so they're doing all their stuff, right? So Spock, so is going and he's doing the spacewalk, and then Kirk and Aaliyah and Decker, and then who else comes with him? Does Scotty come with him?
No.
Who's the other guy that comes with him?
Decker. It's Decker, Kirk,
Aaliyah.
Wait, is it Scotty? It might be Scotty. No, it's Bones. It's Bones.
Is it Bones or Scotty? I always get him confused.
No, it's Bones.
Leonard McCoy? Bones? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I always get McCoy and Scotty confused for some reason. Because I clearly wasn't paying attention close enough.
Yeah.
So then anyways, they all go through, and then there's this cool like hexagon or whatever those shapes were, like pillars that they have to walk through. Kind of cool.
Hexagons.
Huh?
Yeah.
They're
hexagons.
Oh, cool. That was a guess. So then they're walking through the thing. I thought something was gonna like jump out at them or something, which would have been cool.
I thought there was gonna be some aliens there. Like, yo, Hulk.
Like there really wasn't any fight scenes in this movie. Like there was like,
which is kind of cool.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool.
Pete. I mean, what?
Who's Pete?
I don't know. My brain is fried.
we understand. So
one thing. Wait. One thing. So you know how Spock explained to the whole crew that it's like a biological like machine?
Yeah.
Like a living vessel.
Like me.
Basically. Do your video, Trevor.
No, not now. Go ahead.
Okay. But anyways, V'ger, he explains V'ger to everybody. Then Kirk, like, when they're in, where V'ger is, he's like, yo, I think V'ger is like, a living thing. You know? And I was like, didn't Spock already tell you that, genius? Like, bro.
Well, Kirk is a genius. What are you talking about?
I mean, a genius with a big...
Can you fly a ship, Atticus?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Because if I can't do it, then you can't do it.
So you think my brain capacity is lower than yours? It's smaller?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes. So they walk through the hexagon meadow, and And they get to the center of the massive ship. Like, this thing is freaking huge. Huge.
Mm-hmm.
And they find out that V'ger is like a little dinklet.
Baby.
And yes, they're like, it's a child. And then they scrape off the thing, and it's Voyager 6. Now, I don't know me space histories.
Yeah.
I know that this was important.
I mean, it has to be important.
So you don't know either.
No, I don't.
Should we click on the Wikipedia link?
Do it.
Already have.
Oh my gosh, we think so much alike.
Yeah. So it was a thing that was, it's a space like scanner thing that was sent up to scan stuff. Okay. I think we know everything we need to know. Yeah, like circled around the thing. This is too much to read. I see something about Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Titan.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so the stuff was sent up, and then, there's going to be, in July 2019, there is a plan proposed to make 2 more of them. Cool. Maybe they'll make more Star Trek movies. Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyways, yeah, it's a scanner thing. So now you're smarter, young child that's listening to us.
Young Padawan.
A young fella.
Younger
me.
person.
So yeah, so it's the Voyager 6, which is an important space thing. So then, so it's a 20th century Earth space probe, believed to be lost in a black hole. Well, why didn't I just read that, Wikipedia?
Exactly.
Why'd you make me click on the link, brain?
Big brain time.
There was clearly the explanation right there, because you can always trust Star Trek Wikipedia pages over NASA.com. So,
plug.
So then, so it's damaged though, and it was revealed to be found by an alien race of living machines that like interpreted its programming, and it was in instructions to learn all that can be learned and return the information to its creator. Sounds like AI to me. So the machine. If you're still listening to us,
hi.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Now that we've insulted you, let's carry on with the show.
You're wanting to listen to comedy, but
is this really comedy? I don't really think this is comedy. This is just,
I don't know.
This is rambling about Star Trek.
Basically, I mean,
yeah. Whoa, we said that at the same time. Okay, so that was weird. So then, anyways,
Star Trek special effects.
Oh, you're a genius, Atticus. You've grown up so smart. So the machine, it upgraded the probe to fulfill its mission. Yeah, I already read that. So Spock realizes that V'ger, so it lacks the ability to give itself a purpose other than its original mission, because it learned that what it could on its journey home. So it finds existence meaningless. So this thing is actually like legitimately depressed. We have a depressed robot on our hands.
Same, bro.
I'm sure this was your favorite character because you related.
Yes.
Cool.
Now that you bring it up.
Atticus is in love with a robot.
Whoa.
Kind of identification is that? So Spock, he realizes that V'ger, and that wasn't meant to be offensive. That was a joke at Atticus's expense, which is okay, and we should all do it. So,
yes, please comment and make fun of me.
Make all the jokes that make fun of Atticus.
I would appreciate it, and it's totally not going to add to my crippling depression.
I'll put the link to the video in the description so people can go do that. So, Spock, I'm sure Spock can help you. But speaking of Spock,
mind melt.
He realizes that V'ger, the V'ger. Okay, so I'm trying to go way too fast here. Let me just slow down and act like Matthew McConaughey. All right. So before transmitting all this information, V'ger insists that the creator come in person to finish the sequence. So, young fella, you following?
Yes.
I'm sure you are, because I'm all right.
All right.
Okay, so now that we've just lost our southern audience as well, so everyone realized that humans are the creator, because we made this robot, we sent it out, it scanned its stuff, and now it wants to come back and reunite with us. But this robot's like, no, I gotta eat you to finish this thing. So Decker's like, I've always wanted to get ate by a robot. I'll do it. when I was 5 years old, I had a dream that a robot ate me. And I was happy boy. And ever since that moment, I've wanted to get ate by a robot. And now, the opportunity, miraculously, coincidentally, something else ently presents itself. So, I will do it. So Decker, he offers himself to be something.
So, dream. What happened to you? What is your childhood?
My childhood. It was consisting of robots and eating things. So,
and okay, back to the movie.
so he offers himself to V'ger, and then Aaliyah is also like, I am in love with you. I broke through it.
Let me kiss you, but let's, it's a G-rated movie, so we can't really show that on screen.
Yeah. Was it really G-rated?
Yep.
Wait, legitimately?
Legitimately.
Oh, wow.
They said...
Oh. Well, this is G-rated. Okay, wow. This is taking a turn. Like, got to make a G-rated show now. Forget everything I said about Southern people. I didn't say anything, but I did an accent that probably offended some people. So...
You offend everybody.
I really do. I said earlier in the show that I pre-apologized to everybody I was offending, including myself.
I pre-apologize.
And now I have offended our faithful listener, Matthew McConaughey. I apologize, sir.
I'm gonna go in Estella. I feel like Matthew McConaughey. I don't care what they gotta say.
We're sorry, Mr. McConaughey. We didn't mean to. Will you still hire us to be your slaves?
Honestly, I would though.
Yeah, same. So then him and Aaliyah merge, and then they get merged into V'ger, making a big happy V'ger, Decker, Aaliyah family. That's one person. So they create a new life form, and then fly off into space as a V'Jeckerlia. That's how you do things intelligently. So,
do not learn English. If you come here to learn English, you're at the wrong place.
Correct. So, so then now Earth is saved because V'ger was gonna, if it couldn't eat Decker like his Matthew McConaughey younger self dreamed of, it was just gonna eat the world as a replacement.
As a midnight snack.
Yeah, like Galactus. So then Kirk, they go back to the Enterprise, and then he's like, Decker and Aaliyah, they're MIA, missing in action, if you weren't smart enough to figure it out the first time.
Wow.
And then he's like, and then he does a Peter Quill, and he's like, we're gonna go that way. But with Star-Lord, it was a little good, a little bad. This is like, we're just gonna spin around, point in the direction, and fly that way instead of back to Earth because our food is running out. Oh, wait.
I laughed hard at that ending just because it was the stupidest line in the movie.
I forgot the line. What was it?
It was, she said, or Ahura, I think, said, where do we go? What, something like that. And he, waves his arm somewhere over there. Or something like that. We
have lost young Decker and his love of Aaliyah. So where should we go now? No, not back to Earth for food.
Over there.
Not back to Mars for Martian meat. We should go, I don't know, somewhere over there. I got drunk on the Texagon ship. So,
from Aaliyah.
so, that's the movie.
Yep, basically.
That's the whole plot of the movie. And again, as I said earlier, if you manage to follow along with that, you're the next Einstein. Like, seriously, you should apply for some smart thing
Smart.
that I clearly haven't heard of. Atticus, should we talk about do our Oscars now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Well,
need to sing the
we
Oscar
should do we do need an Oscar song. So we'll go to a quick commercial break. I'll work on my Matthew McConaughey impression. Atticus will come up with an Oscar song, and then we'll be back with the ending of the show. See you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, Trevor here from Teen Stock Movies. I'm interrupting the show, okay? But it's important because I got to tell you about Anchor. So if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's how I do it, and I like easy. First of all, it's free. I also like free. There's creation tools that will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a whole ton of other ones. Which is also good, because it's easy. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That's why I'm recording this ad, because I like money, and I hope you do too. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Okay, let's go back to the show. You're probably done hearing from me. Okay, bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Still here? I don't know why, but we're glad you're here. So, We are going to finish off the show with our Oscars, concluding with our score of this movie. I'm very interested to see how Atticus ranks it. I know what my ranking is. I'm sure Atticus is interested to see what my ranking is and where it will place on our list. But I think that we should get into the Oscar part of the show.
Yes. Okay.
Atticus, you want to hit us with the Oscar song that you just brilliantly composed?
It is pretty horrible, and if you get ear raped, I am very, very sorry.
Well,
okay.
I'll close my ears.
Okay. 1, and then 2, and a 3. Best actor, supporting actor, best actress, best supporting actress. What's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oscar time.
Okay, so
comment if you thought that was trash, because it is.
I will. No, I'm just kidding.
Trevor's gonna make an account and just go like, "That was horrible. Please never do that again."
My username will be Atticus is trash. No, I wouldn't do that. Like it was actually decent for the 30 seconds I gave you.
You probably would.
I probably would.
It's a joke. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank. Oh.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to kick this off with Best Original Score. So we're going to start at the bottom of the list. So Jerry Goldsmith did this score. Was it better than Neil Hefti's score for Batman, the movie? I say yes.
Yeah.
I actually quite enjoyed this score.
Yeah.
Now, this is one that we might disagree on. Was it better than John Williams' score of Superman the movie? I say it is. I say that this score is better than the Superman the movie score.
Hold on 1 second, sorry. Repeat the question. I am currently distracted. Repeat.
Okay.
That's my repeat.
Okay. I say that it's better than the Superman the movie score. By John Williams.
I agree.
Would you? Okay, you agree that this is better. So now we get to Star Wars New Hope. I say that the score is worse than John Williams' Star Wars New Hope.
Obviously, John Williams is the GOAT.
But we are putting it above, his other Superman one.
Yes.
So only John Williams' Star Wars is good.
And Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is solid. So we're placing this in second.
Yes.
Okay, so now the list is number 4, Neil Hefti for Batman 1966. Number 3, John Williams for Superman the movie. Number 2, Jerry Goldsmith for Star Trek the Motion Picture. Number 1, John Williams for Star Wars New Hope. I wonder how Star Trek the Motion Picture will do compared to the rest of these. So now we go to original screenplay. Okay, so the screenplay is by Harold Livingston. Is it better than Lorenzo Semple's screenplay for Batman the movie? I say yes.
Yes.
Now we get to the Superman the movie screenplay, and there's 4 different people that did this. What do you think? Is this screenplay better or worse than Superman the movie?
Worse.
I agree.
I actually really like Superman.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely liked it more than me. You gave it an 8. I gave it a 6.5, which I think put it at like a 7.3.
I think you gave it a 6, and then I kind of made my point.
Yeah, and I went up. But yeah, okay. So we are putting this at number 3 for Harold Livingston's score. So that puts Lorenzo Semple at number 4 for Batman the movie. Harold Livingston for Star Trek the Motion Picture at number 2. Group of 4 people for Superman the movie at number 2, or Star Trek was number 3, and then George Lucas for Star Wars New Hope is number 1. I wonder if anything will be able to dethrone Star Wars New Hope. Something that was able to dethrone Star Wars New Hope was Best Supporting Actress, but wait, no, we actually have to do director first. So director, Robert Weiss directed this movie. Was it better than Leslie H. Martinson's direction of Batman 66?
Yes.
I agree. What about Richard Donner's Superman the movie?
No.
I agree. So far, we haven't disagreed on a single thing.
Wow, this is the first time that's happened.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that will happen with nominations for actors, though.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so that means that now Best Director is Leslie H. Martinson for Batman 66 at number 4. Robert Wise for Star Trek the Motion Picture at number 3. Number 2 is Richard Donner for Superman the movie. Number 1 is George Lucas for Star Wars A New Hope. Now we go to Best Supporting Actress. So we're going to start at the bottom here. But first we have to pick someone to nominate for Supporting Actress. So we want to save somebody for Lead Actress.
Yeah.
Was there a lead actress in this movie, though?
I mean, I'd her as
would you consider her a lead? She's 8th billed.
That's true.
I would consider Aaliyah more of a lead, or do you just want to nominate a supporting? Because I know for Batman we just did a supporting. Do you just want to do a supporting, or try and put someone up for lead?
I'd say supporting, actually.
So you don't want to put anybody up for lead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I guess there could not really be
because there's
a
Uhura and Aaliyah, and then there's Janice Rand, but nobody paid attention to her. So we could say Aaliyah for lead and Uhura for supporting, or vice versa, or just decide between them for supporting.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I think we should just do supporting, because I don't think there was really a lead actress, sadly.
Yeah, because I feel like Lois Lane was definitely a lead. I don't know. I'm tempted to put Aaliyah as a lead.
Okay. I mean,
she's low billed on this movie, but you also, there's men are usually paid more than women. So
yeah,
I feel like she was at least a more major of a character, because if you look at the other characters we have for supporting, we have Lee Merriweather as Catwoman, Miss Teschmacher from Superman the movie, and then Schlag Fraser as Aunt Beru. So do you want to put Uhura as supporting and then Aaliyah as lead? Are you good with that?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. So we're putting Nichelle Nichols as Uhura for Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Better than Shalag Fraser from Aunt Beru, or no?
I'm gonna say better.
Okay, I agree. Better than Lee Merriweather? I say no.
Better than Lee Merriweather.
As Catwoman in Batman 1966. I say no. I just feel like she wasn't given enough to do. What about you?
That's kind of hard, actually. I really liked her.
So,
and Lee Merriweather did a great job as well.
Do you want to put Nichelle Nichols above Lee Merriweather?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm willing to compromise and place her at second.
Yeah.
Okay, we can put Nichelle Nichols in second place for Best Supporting Actress. Do you know what Uhura's first name is?
No.
It is Nyota, I believe, is her first name. I believe that her name is Nyota Uhura.
Yeah. Wait, you cut out. What'd you...
I believe it's Nyota Uhura. But, so now the list for Best Supporting Actress. Number 4, Shalag Fraser is Aunt Beru. I have a feeling Aunt Beru is going to stay at the bottom for a while. Number 3, we have Lee Merriweather as Catwoman in Batman 66. Number 2, Nichelle Nichols as Nyota Uhura from Star Trek The Motion Picture. I really hope Nyota is her first name. And number 1, Valerie Perrine as Miss Teschmacher from Superman the Movie. I feel like this Best Supporting Actress category is very wide open.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people in upcoming movies could definitely take this spot. For sure. Now we go to Best Supporting Actor. So who do we want to nominate here? We have a lot to choose from here.
Okay.
I consider Spock and Kirk the two leads.
I was also going to say Decker might have been
a lead. Can we say that Kirk, Spock, Decker, and Aaliyah are leads?
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then Bones, Scotty, Captain Sulu, and Chekhov.
And Dr. Chappell.
Yes, are all
supporting. I could see the argument for Bones to be a lead, but I'm fine with Bones, Scotty, Hikaru Sulu, Dr. Chappell, and Chekhov all as supporting. So who are we picking out of that group for Best Supporting Actor?
I'm going to go with Bones. He was funny.
Ooh, I was going to say Scotty. So what is your argument for Bones?
I'm going to say Bones because he looks like Andy Serkis mixed with, what's his face?
I don't know what his face is.
Crap.
That is not his face.
That's not a very good argument, but also Bones I thought was kind of funny, especially when he beamed up for the first time and he saw him for the first time. He had this thick beard and he was dressed like Elvis, and it made me laugh really, really hard. It made me go, aha, funnies.
Aha, funnies. I mean, Scotty. So first of all, one thing that was cool is he created Klingon in the film. I don't know, he was just a fun character.
Yes.
I will give you Bones though.
Okay.
I'll give that to you.
Nice.
I'm very fine with the idea of Bones. So now the idea is, where do we want to place him? It's DeForest Kelley. It was between him and then James Doohan as Scotty. Walter Koenig was Chekhov. George Takei was Sulu. Okay. So we have DeForest Kelley as Bones, or Leonard McCoy. Was he better than Alan Napier as Alfred in Batman 66? I say yes.
I say yes as well.
Was he better than Ned Beatty as Otis in Superman the Movie?
No.
I agree.
I loved Otis.
Me too.
He's so funny.
So No.
Mr. Luto.
But keep doing that impression. That was pretty good.
What?
I think you may have actually found an impression that you're semi-good at. Keep on doing that. It was pretty good.
I'm going to keep practicing my Otis.
Okay. So now we have number 4, Alan Napier as Alfred, Batman 66. Number 3, DeForest Kelly as Bones in Star Trek The Motion Picture. Number 2, Ned Beatty as Otis in Superman the Movie. Number 1, Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars. And now we go to Best Leading Actors. So we already said that we are going to do Aaliyah as portrayed by Persis Khambatta.
Yes.
So now we have to think about where we're going to place her. First thing is Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. While I didn't like Margot Kidder's performance, I would even put Aaliyah below.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I did not like Lois because I felt like she kind of, was just a little bit stiff and awkward.
I agree.
But then Aaliyah didn't have that much of a big role.
I just didn't feel... So, Paris Khambatta as Aaliyah, I could very much compare her performance to Margot Kidder's as Lois Lane. It felt stiff. And that's not just because she was a robot for half of the movie. I don't know. Something just felt kind of off.
Okay, I'll give this to you since you give me...
So, we're fine with putting Persis, or Khambatta, or whatever her name is, at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give that to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good, sir. So now we have one more award to nominate before we do the end of the show, Best Picture. And that last award is... Or first, I should probably read this off. So, Best Actress, number 3, Persis Khambatta as Aaliyah. Number 2, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. Number 1, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. Star Wars. Our princess. Now we got Best Actor. And we have another nomination process. We can do William Shatner as Kirk, Leonard Nimoy as Spock, or Mr. Stephen Collins as Decker. So, you said that you didn't like Kirk.
Only because he was kind of, I don't know. It's just something about the way he acted. It was just a little weird.
Okay.
Because the way he...
Can you speak up a little bit, please? Sorry. Yes,
the way he was acting towards Decker, I felt like it was like a pissing contest, I'm kind of better than you. I've got more experience. Blah 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 blah.
But can we really count that against his performance, or was that just the character? Because I feel like that's just the character.
I think it might have just been the character.
And if it's the character, then I don't know. But I wasn't even leaning towards Kirk.
Also, did you see that William Shatner's hair changed almost every scene?
Yeah, that was the thing.
It was bad. In almost every scene in this whole.
It was not good, I say, not good.
That was a thing.
Yeah. I was leaning towards Leonard Nimoy as Professor Sylvius Spock. I don't know what his first name is.
Severus Spock.
Whoa.
Okay, no. Okay, I'll go with Spock.
I mean, Leonard Nimoy as Spock, it's such an iconic performance. And there's something about him that just screams alien with pointy ears.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know. Do you have any stronger arguments for Leonard Nimoy as Spock? Because I clearly don't.
No. I mean, besides the fact
Decker felt off. I know I said that before.
Yeah.
It might have just been the screenplay for him. But
kind of my defense for Shatner or Spock.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I don't know. And we have other Star Trek movies that we can give out to other people. And then so we're giving the nomination to Leonard Nimoy as Spock.
Yes.
Okay. So now better or worse than Adam West as Batman in Batman 66. I say better.
Oh yeah.
Now this is a tough one. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor.
I'm gonna say I like Gene Hackman.
This is super close. I'm kind of leaning towards worse.
Hackman.
You're saying Gene Hackman?
Yep.
Okay, same. This was super close for me.
Yes.
Yeah, this was really close.
Yeah.
But
it was close.
I really enjoyed Gene Hackman in Superman the movie.
Me too.
So, very, very close. But the best actor rankings are now number 4, Adam West as Batman in Batman 66. Number 3, Leonard Nimoy as Spock, Star Trek The Motion Picture. Number 2, Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor in Superman the movie. Number 1, Harrison Ford as Han Solo in Star Wars A New Hope.
Yes.
So now, before we get into the best picture final rankings, I want to do one thing, because for franchises that we haven't really seen before, I want to start doing theories.
Okay.
So we haven't seen any other Star Trek movies in the original series of 6 films.
Yeah.
And we'll do this with other franchises that we haven't seen any of.
Mm-hmm.
Any theories for for Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan?
I'm still saying that Decker's going to come back as evil.
I kind of think so too. I think that Decker and Ilea might come back.
They totally set it up for him to come back, evil or not evil, but
it would be really guys. Also, clearly, we don't know anything about Star Trek, so excuse us. What if he is Khan?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, I have no proof, but I'm going to just say no.
Me too. Even though I came up with the idea, because it would look smarter if I say no.
Yes.
But no, I could definitely see Decker coming back. Also, if you had to predict if one character is going to die in the next movie, who do you think it's going to be?
It's obviously not Spock, because the third movie is The Search for Spock.
Uh-huh.
Or wait. Maybe they think Spock dies.
Ooh, maybe.
Actually, he's just on, like, a planet meditating, like Yoda.
Trying to complete his, like, the purge,
training.
but...
The purge ritual.
Yeah, but ritually with emotions and stuff. Ritually, man, I got emotions. Peace signs.
Whoa. What was that?
I have no clue. I'm like Fillmore from Cars.
How did that connect to Cars?
I have no clue. The Cars movies were in my childhood, though.
Yeah, that was my childhood.
Yeah, because we're cool. We watch Cars and Sid the Science Kid.
Sid the Science Kid. Oh my God.
But yeah, if I had to make a prediction, Spock is a good prediction because it is The Search for Spock. If I had to make a prediction, I would go with Bones. He's too lovable.
Yes.
But yeah, so we'll be watching Star Trek II: The Wrath for Khan sometime within the next month. I will say that.
Interesting.
But we got to watch a couple of other movies before then. But first, we still have to give our final ratings of this movie. So far, we okay. So we have done A New Hope, we've done Superman the movie, we've done Batman. I'll be very interested to see where this places. Atticus, do you have your rating?
No.
We'll think about it. Do you have it now? I sound so mean.
I'm between 2 right now.
Then just split the middle.
Okay, done.
Okay, so we'll say our ratings on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 5.5.
6.5.
Oh, okay. So you go 6.5. I went 5.5.
I was going to give it lower, but just because of the effects and the score, I picked it up 1.
So, do you want to talk first?
Yeah.
Do you like pros and cons or whatever?
Yeah, pros, I think.
Yeah, speak up. You just got quieter.
Pros.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, pros, I believe, were the effects. I felt like the effects were kind of cool.
Yeah.
Except for, the obvious strings when people were floating in space.
Yeah.
But
no, I did think that the effects were solid. Effects were very solid in this movie.
The effects, The score was great.
Love the score.
On point. And of course, I mean, I had to, analyze the costumes.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. I really did enjoy these costumes.
Yeah.
They're simple cool. And uniform. I really like them.
Yes. When I first saw Captain Kirk with his uniform on, I thought the A or whatever the star thing is on his chest, it looked like the Avengers symbol. So those are the pros. The cons are it was very, very slow.
It was so slow.
And I could have done without, long shots of just space.
Yeah. I read
made me want to fall asleep.
I read something where if you cut out every shot where it's an exterior of a spaceship, it cuts out about 20 minutes of the movie.
Dang.
I don't know how accurate that is, but it feels accurate.
It feels accurate.
Accuracy. But no, I mostly agree with you. I love the score of this. The special effects were solid. I wouldn't say great because, Star Wars was 2 years before this and Star Wars was much, much better. But this also had a smaller budget, I think. So the special effects were solid. The big problem with this movie is it drags. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes, which is already kind of long. It feels like it's 10 hours.
Yes.
By the time you get to the end, and it kind of picks up, but it feels like they were shooting a Star Trek episode, and to make it film length, they threw in a whole ton of extra stuff that meant nothing.
That's what I was thinking as well.
It felt like an because I think Star Trek episodes were 30 minutes, but it felt like an hour-long Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
That because it was a movie, they decided to add on an extra hour of either exterior space shots or pointless subplots.
Yeah.
This movie had a solid story at the core, but more always isn't better.
Yes, I agree.
So, yeah. So those are our thoughts on the movie. So, those are our thoughts on the movie. Now, I gave it a 5.5. You gave it a 6.5. Why do you think you liked it more than me? I feel like you're generally more forgiving than movies.
Yes, you're very more critical.
I'm very more critical. Thank you.
Very.
Again.
Very critical.
Don't try and learn English through this podcast.
Yeah.
It's hard enough as it is.
I think I liked it more because it was entertaining to watch. I liked it also because I watched it with my dad and he and I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch with him.
So, our Teen Stunt Movie's official rating of this film is a flat 6.0. Which I think I would agree with a 6.0 for our combined feelings. How about you? You there? Cool. We lost Atticus.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Oh, hi.
No, 6.0 is our Teen Stunt Movies rating.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so that is our official rating of the movie. IMDb gave it a 6.4. So now the rankings of the 4 movies we've done so far. Number 4, Batman 1966 with a 4.7. Number 3 is where Star Trek The Motion Picture lands at a 6.0. Number 2 is Superman the Movie with a 7.3. And number 1, Star Wars A New Hope with a 9.1. But we have to announce our next movie, Atticus.
Uh-oh. How about this time you make up a song for the new movie?
Okay.
You're going to announce.
Ready? Here we go. On the spot. We just finished the show.
This sounds like a 1950s, I don't know, swing dance song. We just finished the show.
Oh no, it's actually going to sound like a 90s Disney movie. Ready? We just finished the show. And we have another movie we need to watch it. And it is called... Do you know what movie that was from?
No.
Aladdin.
Oh, that's funny.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun. Oh, I see. I hear.
Yeah. But we aren't watching Aladdin next.
Yeah.
We are watching a movie that I think may be able to take over the number one spot. We're sticking to the stars, but this time we aren't trekking. We are warring. We're watching The Empire Strikes Back.
Yay! Yeah.
So The Empire Strikes Back is the next film on our list. Are you excited to watch Empire?
I am very excited.
Okay. So Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. 'Tis the next movie on our list.
I think every Star Wars fan, well, almost every Star Wars fan says that Empire is their favorite, but I really, really like Return of the
Jedi. Same. But I'll be very interested to see if Empire tops our list. But that is movie number 5 on our list. So that is it for today's show. I hope everybody enjoyed it or enjoyed what you could of it. So now it's time for plugs and stuff. So we launched our YouTube channel, as I said earlier in the show. Go check that out. It's just youtube.com/Teens Talk Movies. All the shows will be premiering there. So if you don't mind, subscribe, comment, and like the videos. So there's that. Moving on. You can also go check us out at patreon.com/Teens Talk Movies, where you can support us with a small monthly fee, as little as $2 a month or as big as $25 a month. But we just launched some new at the $25 a month tier. If you stick with it for 3 months, you will get a Teens Talk Movies poster that you can hang up on your wall or your face. So,
your face.
Am I the only one that walks around with posters on their face? Okay.
Trevor, you need to keep that joke running. You need to next time you need to say or you can put it on your blank.
That could get interesting.
That could get very interesting.
Okay. I think it's time to finish the show. Atticus.
You can put it up on your wall or you can put it up on
Would you... Are you done being a 4-year-old? Are you ready to finish the show?
I'm ready to finish the show.
Anything you want to tell to our faithful listeners?
Do the truffle shuffle.
I don't even know what that is, but do it.
You don't?
No, I don't.
It's from Goonies, bro.
I haven't seen Goonies yet. We've been trying to watch it for months now, and
watch it.
Yeah, I know I need to. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's show. Now that we have offended everybody, I think it's time to end it. So this was our review, if you can even call it a review, of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Again, Teens Talk Movies, this is a show where you don't come for actual film reviews. You come for people hanging around and having a good time talking about movies. And you might occasionally get a decent review in there. So this has been episode 4. Next week will be The Empire Strikes Back. If you guys want to watch it along with us, it is free on Disney Plus right now. So you guys can check that out and watch it with us. So that way you don't have to rely on our plot description to know what's going on. Because we all know how that will go. Got to be on drugs to understand it, which I am, so I understood it. So,
wow. Okay.
I think that's the end of the show. Bye, everybody. Stay safe and stay alive, and so that way you can listen to more of our show, because that's the reason you need to stay alive. Okay. Bye, guys. We will see you next week. And then we'll do more talking then, because that's what we do on the show. What do we talk about? Who knows? But we talked. You listen to it. See you guys next week. Goodbye.